Job stacking. Sounds fancy, right? Like you're building a career tower one brick at a time. But let's be real, it's more like balancing plates at a buffet. So what is job stacking? Simply put, it's working multiple jobs simultaneously. Thanks to remote work, you can now juggle jobs across different time zones without leaving your couch, assuming your Wi-Fi cooperates. There are plenty of reasons people stack jobs. High living costs, a need for job security, or just the simple desire to fatten up that paycheck. Plus, there's the allure of skill diversification. You could be a software developer by day, a freelance writer by night, and still squeeze in time to tutor calculus on weekends. Talk about a resume that does yoga. But let's not ignore the challenges. Burnout is real, and so is the risk of accidentally calling your client by the wrong name because you're managing 2 email accounts and 3 Zoom calls. Time management becomes your best friend or your worst enemy. And let's not forget the ethical landmines. Some companies frown on double dipping, so always read the fine print before you start moonlighting. Now, a little personal backstory. In my 20 years of working from home, I've stacked jobs more often than not. Why? Because some remote gigs are about as secure as a sandcastle at high tide. I've mostly stuck to 1 full-time and 1 part-time job, though there was a time I managed 2 full-time roles. And no, I never worked both jobs at the same time. Multitasking has its limits. Back then, we didn't call it job stacking. We called it keeping your eggs in different baskets. Because let's face it, putting all your eggs in one basket is a recipe for scrambled finances when the basket breaks. And guess what? The advice still holds up. If you're considering job stacking, here are a few tips. Be honest with yourself. Can you handle the workload without sacrificing your sanity? Plan your time like a pro. Invest in tools or apps to keep track of your commitments. Know your limits. Avoid over-promising to your employers or yourself. Stay ethical. If one of your jobs requires disclosure about other work, don't skip that step. Done right, job stacking can boost your income, broaden your skills, and make you a remote work superstar. Done wrong, it can turn into a stress-filled circus act. So stack wisely and keep those eggs safe. Who knows? You might just build that career tower and impress the heck out of yourself while you're at it.